Sam? Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Dude,
are you doing as well as your green screen behind
dude,
you?
do you love the style of my... You can't even tell, dude. This looks like real life.
Sorry.
We got some... Listen, I don't want to, like... You know, I don't want to brag, but we got a budget increase here on the show.
Yeah.
We started to be the we're professionals, right? This is a professional podcast that people depend on every week, except last week because none of them went out. And we decided to, invest back in the show. Sam and I, we had some extra podcast money. We're like, you know what? No splitting it this month. Give it to the green screen man. And so we got some visual effects going. We have a man on site right now live controlling the green screen, as you can tell. He's just making sure it stays the way it is. And I had to tell everyone that this is a green screen because otherwise there's no way you would know. It looks impeccable.
It does. It looks just like a real studio. You had me fooled. I was like, wow, did John move to L.A. and didn't even tell me?
Maybe if we have some more, when we get some more extra monies, we'll do it for you too, so then we match.
Dude, that'd be absolutely phenomenal.
I'm not traveling. I'm not traveling. I'm not in Ohio right now at Brian's house. This is the new Genius Studio with a new green screen.
Yeah, I can tell. It really looks like you're comfortable in the comfort of your home.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah,
And if you hear a baby at all during the show, again, I'm not traveling. It's not Brian's baby.
Did you have a baby?
No, Sam and I actually adopted a baby.
Yay!
Yes, and we are raising it to take over our spots when we're too old for the podcast. So this baby is being groomed from beginning to end to host Genius Bar. Oh, boy, get excited in 18 years, I tell you what.
Dude, now that you said that, a content baby is kind of genius.
I feel like that's not allowed.
Like, who says I can't have a kid to just be a little, like, podcast gremlin and make
I'm
going to
be honest. I feel like I shouldn't. I feel like that's illegal, and that shouldn't be a thing that happens.
I don't think it's illegal. My parents made me empty the dishwasher every week. That should have been illegal.
Do you have proof?
Chores around the house should have been illegal.
Do you have proof?
Yeah. My hands are all wrinkly from the dishwater.
That's why.
Yeah.
How are you, Sam? I feel like I haven't talked to you in so long.
Yeah, you've been busy. But you've been uploading every day. You haven't missed a video of the Apple because the Apple news has been so crazy. See how I'm going to tie it because this is an Apple show.
It's
so
pumping
remember, I have to bring us back around. You've been, 14 videos this week. You published
this
That's
week.
A lot.
Yeah, you might listen. I appreciate you, but it was more like 13. You giving me one extra.
Okay, you're right. That's just because I'm your friend. I was trying to hype you up.
Thanks a lot, though. I appreciate it. We have barely any news.
No, we have a lot of news.
But Sam wrote stuff down for us, and that's good enough.
Yeah, I'm proud of that. That's more work than I've done this week. So, there's so many directions we get. The #1 Apple show where there's so many directions we can go. So it's like which direction.
And you know what really sucks, Samothy? I'm pointing at you to assert my authority. We are right on the cusp of something. And it is annoying not being able to say the something.
I already said it. So if people have been watching my videos, John he said he, quote, got the closest to actually being mad at me that he's ever been because of what I did.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is if you want to hint of the thing that we're going to announce this week, we are announcing it this week. Then you should watch the end of my WWDC video. That's all I'm going to say. But it's just
really annoying that we're on the cusp and that we could tell them, but it wouldn't be good to tell them. It would ruin future plans.
I don't know if it would ruin. I think people on the team would just be sad.
$4,000, Sam, is what we're hearing the site says it's going to cost.
The headset. We're transitioning to the headset.
Yeah, that's what that was. That was transition. You're welcome.
Dude,
I segued to the headset.
I don't buy $4,000 for the headset. That's too much money.
Oh,
that's too much.
Like you don't believe the leak, or you won't buy it if it's $4,000.
No, I don't believe the leak. I think that's too much for a first gen product.
I think personally it makes sense if they are doing what they're doing, if they are limiting the scale of mass production, because then they kind of do have to charge more if they're not going to sell as many.
But dude, 3,000 sounds right. 4,000 for this headset. They're not selling 500,000.
Okay, so
they're not selling 500,000 for 4K each.
Their plan was what, 1 million units at 3K. So
yes.
if it's down to 500,000 units now, what's stopping them from charging $4,000? Literally nothing.
The fact that they will not sell 500,000. I think they can sell more than 500,000 at 3K, but I do not think they can sell 500,000 at 4K.
You don't think Apple will sell 500,000 headsets?
At $4,000 each? No. In a year?
What?
I don't think so. Dude, you realize when most people buy a MacBook, they're keeping this thing for 8 years and it costs $2,000.
What, dude?
They're not going to pay double for a hobby product that's going to be outdated in a year when the better version comes out.
Do we know how many expensive Mac Pros sold?
I don't know, man. But, I mean, probably half are in the MKBHD studio. Have you seen that every single employee there has a Pro Display XDR?
Are they each going to get a headset? I think Marquez hates his employees if he doesn't get them all a headset.
What are the perks for working for MKBHD? Like, should I apply there? Will I get a free studio Pro monitor display?
Ultimate Frisbee. You probably get free games.
Frisbee.
You get to look at his Ultimate Frisbee trophies.
Okay.
You get to go.
You get to pet the dog.
You get to pet Mac or Apple or whatever the dog's name is.
I think it's Mac. Apple is Nikias Molina's dog, I think.
We should have him on, by the way.
Yeah.
And that's it. Those are all the benefits of working for Marquez. I listed all of them.
Do you get money? No, no money probably.
I'm sure, unless it's just like he just says "good job" and like pat you on the head.
Pat you on your little head. You're like, thank you, Dad.
That's Marquez for you.
Thank you, Daddy.
And also, that's coming from insider knowledge of what happens at MKBHD's office. So we aren't just making this up. This is like you can ask him, and he'll confirm it.
He'll confirm. For the headset, okay, I've been thinking about this because, okay, for cat's out of the bag. Can I share my screen in this current situation that we've got?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, just give me 1 second to pull up the stuff.
Cat's out of the bag.
Jamie. Cat's out of the bag.
Pull it up, Jamie.
Very much in the bag. I got rejected this week.
Yeah, you weren't able to sneak into WWDC this year. They figured you out, Sam.
Apple said your attendance status for the WWDC 23 special event. Thank you for your interest for the WWDC kickoff. Although you weren't randomly selected. Apple, this is a bunch of horseshit. Okay? You don't like me.
I mean, didn't you get to go to the last one?
This is going to ruin my whole angle that they don't like me. So don't bring up things in the past.
You're right. I take it back.
Okay. I should have been picked. And I actually don't. I don't care.
I'm
because
so upset for you.
I have other plans. Right? Because here's my idea, right? Apple's supposed to be selling these headsets. All right. And I've heard this. This is actually like a sort of a real segment, sort of a meme. Mainly this is real. So I asked people back in the day, I was like, how do I get invited to Apple events, right? How do I do this, right? I asked like the greats who get invited.
Yeah.
And one of the best pieces of advice that I got that I actually, it stuck with me and it makes sense as to why I have not been invited, right? Is Apple picks people in a time of need. And Apple is so popular right now.
Is that true?
No, for real. Like, I remember, I don't want to drop this person for, fair enough. Out of respect. But they were like, for years I tried to get in with Apple, and they only, I got in. And then for years, my friends at these huge publications couldn't get in either. And it was only in about 2014 to 2016 when Apple noticed that they were starting to not have as big as a grip on the media environment when they expanded. And that's when a bunch of YouTube... You remember that happened around then? And a bunch of publications didn't get invited and a bunch of YouTubers did?
Yeah.
And people were like, what is this BS? I've been covering Apple since the 80s, like whatever. And it was this huge deal that Apple pivoted their media strategy a little bit. Mm-hmm. And it was simply because they were getting more eyes and clicks from YouTubers and new publications rather than the old people.
Yeah.
And basically my theory is, all right, this is my hope, is that Apple with this headset, they're going to need everybody that they can get.
Okay.
So I'm expecting to get an invitation from Apple as media to WWDC.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, so it's like Marquez Brownlee, Sarah Dici, Sam Cole.
Is this
top three?
Is this or else? Like if you
we'll put an or else.
Okay,
on
so
there,
give it to Sam Cole or else.
Yeah.
Not a threat, just a statement is all.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
And Sam
Maybe I'll
would
just, like-
Sam wouldn't threaten you. I'm just saying,
Yeah, I would never.
invite him where else.
Please, I would love to come back. I really enjoy Apple Park. I think
Do you think that
I like Apple.
Do you think the fact that you went last year has made it such that you do not go this year? Do you think they pay attention to that?
I will say I've noticed the people going this year seem to all be people with like actual stuff on the App Store, which is fair.
Yes.
Like, I want to be clear here.
Yes,
That's
very fair.
That's what the invitations are supposed to be. Last year, there was definitely a number of people that were not like active developers that went. Even though I do pay my $100 a year for the developer program, you know, I just want to throw that out there. Like, I do pay for the developer program. No, and also, like, joking aside, I'm glad that I did actually build the Genius Bar soundboard app, but I'm happy that other people get to experience it, right? Because it was a magical experience, and I want more people to have that. So it's not like I'm not actually salty that I'm not going. Obviously, would have been excited if I could have, but well, I mean, there's going to be something else that I'm doing in SF that week. So
is there?
Yeah.
Busy?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Busy
it's
week.
actually
Busy
really
week.
weird, Sam, because I have something going on that week too. Actually,
Really?
in San Francisco, yeah, it's weird. You want to meet up?
Huh. Well, I'm going to be pretty busy, so I don't know if I'm going to have time.
Fair.
So, I mean, maybe we grab like lunch or like a coffee. Like coffee.
Are you going to be in
We can
town
grab
the
a-
day after Dub?
Yeah, well, my thing's on the whatever the day after Dub is. my
Okay,
thing.
okay, that's weird because I'm going to be in town too. Maybe we will. Maybe I'll stop by
Yeah.
You're-
When's your thing?
Tuesday. Actually, yeah, weird.
Oh, so it's also the day after Dub.
Yeah, I wonder if the people that we're doing our things for, if they know, like maybe we'll end up with the same thing. That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. I don't know. Mine's pretty top secret.
Also, yeah,
so-
mine's also very top secret. Yep.
Okay. Well, hey, if we run into each other, we do.
Would
If
love
not,
to see you. Would love to run
Yeah.
into you there.
it would be cool, but I don't expect it probably happening
No.
just because I'm pretty busy.
Probably not.
I know you're pretty busy too.
Yeah, I would love to run into some of the audience too. You know,
That'd be crazy.
like
You
does
could even run
does
them over.
Does anyone live in San Francisco? I wonder.
Hmm.
Is anyone gonna be there on a Tuesday? You know, after a WWDC?
We'll find
Just
out.
Sounds weird.
Does sound weird.
Speaking of WWDC, though, it's not just headset season; it's also software season. Hence the developer conference, WWDC, which means the usuals: iOS, macOS, tvOS, maybe if we're lucky. Did I say watchOS?
I can tell you're thrilled for the software this year.
iPadOS.
Don't forget iPadOS, everybody.
macOS.
You're forgetting a big one.
I don't have any
Come
more.
on.
macOS, iOS, watchOS, iPadOS, tvOS.
XROS for the headset.
Oh yeah, silly
John,
me.
the headset software is
XROS.
going to be unveiled.
Thank you for saving me. I would have never said that.
So, by the way, I just got to address this because,
Okay.
yes, WWDC is a software event, but you know the headset's coming at the event, right?
If it doesn't, I quit. I quit YouTube.
Like,
If it doesn't,
Like
come,
100%.
Sam Cole.
yeah.
If I'm trying to add both of us, if the headset's not there, I will shave my head. I will shave my head and my eyebrows and my face.
If they don't announce the software or the hardware, I'll shave everything.
Well, there's no chance of that.
Exactly. I'm keeping on. No, dude, I almost wanted to join you by saying I would shave my head, but I don't got a lot going for me physically. So like if I look like a hard-boiled egg,
Neither do I, dude. I
got to get like married in a few years, I think, allegedly.
Dude, if I shave my head with my body shape, I'm just gonna look like a tater tot.
Dude, could you imagine if we rolled up to our respective events and we just looked like eggs? That would be weird. Like, that would be so weird.
Oh, to our respective events, meaning what?
Like, we both have stuff going on that week. So if we had to shave our head the day after Dub,
I would say
Because we
we
were
would
both
just do
wrong.
it there.
no.
That's gonna be my only free time. I'm gonna be go until
I don't think I could shave my head, bro. No, I can't. I'll say it. I'm not as big of a man as you are. You follow through with things, and I'd be a little baby.
You're also physically not as big.
I'm not physically as wide.
Yes.
I am physically much taller.
Yes, much taller. Yes.
I also, everyone that I've ever like shown a picture of you of, like we have pictures of us together, their first reaction is always, wow, John is so tiny. It's never like, Sam, you're tall.
Though.
You are. You're a really tiny little guy.
I'm not. You are too tall. You make me look tiny. I chose a bad friend is what happened. I chose because now every time I stand next to you, I look like the weird one.
You kind of just look like a French fry that went the other way. Like instead of going up and down, it just went.
I had to think about what that meant. Oh, yeah, I after I broke my back in 7th grade, 8th grade, I forget that was as tall as I ever got.
It just stopped.
Yeah. So now.
So the headset, we're getting the headset.
I mean, if we don't, I'm gonna be.
No. It sounds like there's a part. It sounds like there's a part of you. Like I believe, all of my heart, all of my head, all of my body that it's coming. Like I would put my career on the line.
Okay, you would
for this. Just because that's how confident I am that it's coming, and I'm tired of seeing folks be like, "It's not coming." The headset's guys. I'm an Apple fan. The headset's not coming. I can tell you.
They can tell. The Apple fans.
Because I'm just like you. No. Literally, we've gotten more reports than ever from different sources that it's coming. Gurman is tripling down on this, which he never does unless he's actually sure about something. He has said so many times that it's coming at Dub.
Yeah.
The New York Times has said it's coming at Dub. The Financial Times, which doesn't even cover Apple, has said it's coming at Dub.
I know. Well, I think I know that a certain headset will be there, a certain set of goggles. I also think I know something about watchOS, an interesting tidbit.
Really? Do you want to share it with the class?
No.
Because there's been some news about watchOS.
I'll share it with you, but not the class. What's the news about watchOS? What do we got?
So we're hearing from Gurman that this is going to be the first year that we actually get like a UI refresh.
Yep. I would say that tracks.
You don't even sound remotely excited.
No, I am. I'm just trying to be careful what I say.
Why can't you say
there
it?
Being a refresh.
It's just a podcast.
Yes,
it's
that
a
tracks.
podcast
That everyone will listen to.
No one listens to our show, bro. We fell off. Go ahead.
No, we didn't fall off. I shouldn't say anything software. And anytime I leak something on the podcast, it's always wrong.
No, you're
so
not
it's like
leaking
a bad.
Just say what you think. Say what you think. It's not a leak.
I think yes. There's going to be a refresh. a very annoying, interesting refresh.
And they're gonna rename it from watchOS to Apple watchOS, just like iPhone OS.
Yes, that's the leak. You figured it out. That's the one. Oh my God, what an idiot! I hate past me, dude. Hey, guess what, Sam?
What, man?
We're recording this on Easter, which means we're currently in Easter season, and Manscaped is here to help you deal with Easter. You gotta look good on Easter. They've got tools to give you the beautifully decorated eggs of your dreams, and by eggs we mean balls.
Yes, I do love me some balls. And that's why with Manscaped, I'm going to put all my balls into the perfect basket.
Yes, the perfect Easter bunny basket, yes. The Lawnmower 4.0, have you heard of it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's a trimmer, my favorite trimmer. The Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, which are like way better than they have any business being, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies.
Guys, it's absolutely amazing. You're getting all this stuff. And hey, April is Easter, but it's also Testicular Cancer Awareness Month.
It is. Take care of your testiculars.
Take care of them. They're committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men, age 15 to 35. Oof, that's both of us, by giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of the We Save Balls initiative. John, What's the deal with this? Well, what can these people do to be a part of this Manscaped community?
Well, all they got to do, first of all, they do one little thing, but we also give them something in return, so it's like an equal trade. Right now, you can save 20% off and get free shipping with the code GENIUS at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code GENIUS at manscaped.com. Hop into the best deal of the year with Manscaped.
Hippity hop hop hey. Thanks, Manscaped.
Thank you, Manscaped.
Me too. I also hated past
Man,
you.
I really thought I had that in the bag.
Yeah.
Really, WWDC is like not my season to get things correct, really. Is any season my season to get them correct?
It really is not. And you know what? I think this is an appropriate time to bring up something that I've been waiting to bring up.
The way you're giggling like this has me very nervous.
I just want to revisit this thread that resurfaced on Twitter the other day.
What do you mean? How did it resurface?
I have little gremlins that just kind of they search for stuff that you've said that makes you look bad.
Okay, I said this in 2018. Yeah. Creators, stop putting a ton of work into your videos and then being totally careless about the release time, title, description, and tags. Your hard work doesn't matter if you don't follow through. That's true. What did I do?
Let's read the thread.
Oh, no.
Someone named... Okay, I would like to read this because this is absolutely hilarious. I'm about to ruin your day. So everybody that's watching...
Also, I don't know what you're about to say, but also keep in mind, this was 5 years ago.
And I'm going to say, people were like, why did Sam hate John?
Oh, no.
Why was it? And reading this Twitter thread...
Oh, no, did you say something and I replied to you?
No.
Oh, thank God.
It's way better than that.
Okay.
Way better than that.
Oh, no.
I was like, why did I? And sometimes I'm like, why did I hate John? Like, he's such a good guy. He's got such a good heart. And then I read the way that you talk to people, and I fucking hate you. Fucking hate you.
Okay, go ahead. What do we have here? Why do you hate me?
So let me just start out by the way John Prosser. First of all, by the way, you had like 100K at this point. It's not like you're this fucking YouTube aficionado and you're like, creators, I've got some advice for you.
Okay, hang on. First of all, you read the things the way you think I say them.
Yeah, okay. Creators, stop putting a ton of work into making your videos and then being totally careless about release time, title, descriptions, and tags. Your hard work doesn't matter if you don't follow through.
The emoji doesn't
Shrug.
Have the case, yeah. The emoji's
then someone
kind of rough. Sam, how did you find this? This is such bullshit.
I just have minions that search the internet. So then this guy replies to you. Tags are near useless. So he disagrees. He disagrees with the assertion.
Okay.
His name is Post-Disclosure World. And you go, not true at all.
Okay.
Very matter of fact. You know,
yeah,
which is like, okay, fair. That you're allowed to defend yourself. So then he goes deeper. He goes, and what is your source for having such confidence in the importance of tags? I suggest you watch this video where a YouTube engineer talks about it, saying in the video that tags are not very important. Mm-hmm. Then you go... I have connections straight at the search and discovery team at YouTube.
First of all, I wasn't yelling it, and second of all, that was true, but go ahead.
Minimal specific tags are very important for YouTube to understand what your video is about for the first 24 hours. The machine learning can take it from there, but for 24 hours, the info you give YouTube is critical. And then you have additional thoughts before the guy even replies. You go, and if you pay attention to how things are phrased in the video, it's the same. Thanks for suggesting I watch that video. I've seen it. Not only that, but I've proven that I know what I'm talking about and have connections with YouTube itself. You are such a fucking asshole. You literally pulled the card, my dad works at YouTube.
First of all, that's not the card I pulled. My dad's dead. That's first of all. Second of all, yeah, I'm awful, dude.
I was reading this and I was like, oh, I was waiting
for the
why I hated
I was waiting for the chance to defend myself, but I suck. I'm a terrible human.
we I just want to say this to bring myself down as well. I've said things on Twitter that are mean before.
I know, but like I'm just overtly an asshole. Like it's funny because Brian was just talking to me earlier. He's like, do you think you're a different person from 10 years ago? And I was like, oh yeah, like not even remotely the same person. This was 5 years ago, and I'm looking at that now and just like it's so cringe, dude. I'm such an asshole. I don't know why. I just thought like the world was against me and I had to be an asshole to everyone, and that'll help me.
I just want to say this only gets better.
Oh,
like,
there's
it only
more.
gets better.
I was hoping
there's more.
there was more. So happy.
So post-disclosure, he comes back and he goes, I didn't say you didn't know what you're talking about, but I disagree
Dude,
with
I'm
your
such
conviction
a
regarding
fucker.
tags.
I'm honestly
So, yeah,
such
wait.
a fucker.
Wait. So then he goes, then you go, that's perfectly okay if you disagree. I don't benefit whether you believe me or not.
Dude,
Shrug.
First of all, I am giving this so much time. Like, why am I replying?
Yes,
why am
do
I
you
just
even care?
arguing?
And then you just go, I do, however, benefit from tags, which is like, whatever. Fine to leave it there. But then, guys, do we have a drum roll sound effect? You get absolutely fucking owned when MrBeast replies.
Oh, I remember MrBeast. I remember. I vaguely remember this, yeah.
The MrBeast on November 15, 2018 goes, I just want to interject and say that I had a video. Can you
scroll down so we can see it better?
He goes, I just want to interject and say that I had a video get 30 million views in 3 days with no tags. They aren't as important as you think.
I gotta cut this in.
Like, John is going off on this random Twitter user like, I know what I'm talking about. I am the best. And then MrBeast's like, well, I got 30 million views in 3 days.
First of all, I will say, number one, so I was fair to myself. I think I'm a complete asshole. But second of all, to be fair in the MrBeast situation, he can't be like, oh, I got 30 million views and it was not because tags are not there. Dude, you're MrBeast. Like, anything you release is...
Okay, but in 2018, he wasn't, to be fair.
MrBeast was still huge.
He was big, but he wasn't...
He was millions of views huge per video.
Yes, but I'm just saying, I just think it's funny that he came in. And then, like, Roberto Blake jumps in here and it's like, shareable content. And then MrBeast just doubles down on owning you. And guess who gets real quiet?
Is it John?
John Prosser doesn't reply anymore after MrBeast comes in.
You can't be an asshole to MrBeast. He will out-asshole you.
Oh, anyway, I just found, one of my...
How did you... Are we just... Every week, are you just going to find a thread like that from years ago?
I just have little minions all... Dude, you would be... honest to God,
no, but for real, I'm
curious
how you found it.
But for real, people will actually send me things about your past all the time that I just have in a vault.
Why does that sound so believable?
Dude, so people message me all the time.
Do you have them saved
and they're like, yeah, they're like, he said this on a podcast in 2016 about the election. Like, you won't believe this happened.
That's not true at all.
Yes, I swear, on God, people
what
have sent me
live stream
this.
was I on in 2016?
Dude, I'm just saying, you be saying stuff.
How come nobody helps me? No one sends me like, oh, by the way, Sam said this in fucking 1945. No one's telling me anything about you. So I'm gonna have to, dude. I'm just gonna build a bot that just scrolls through your entire Twitter account and looks for awful things that you've said.
Get ready to pay because Elon's charging for the bots too. Anyway, I just thought that exchange was funny. I had to show you because I love you and I just think it's amazing.
Did someone send that to you, or did you legit find that on your own?
That was something that my employee sent me.
How did Shay find it?
Like I said, I got people everywhere, bro.
Yeah, I was a grade A asshole.
You know what? I just bring that up to say I'm so proud of the person you've become, and I love you.
It's your coaching, Sam. I seriously was such a fucker, though. I'm not going to delete anything. Like,
I'm still.
That's enough.
Yeah,
I strictly don't believe in like deleting tweets. That's how you can always like grab the tweets of me being like, I'll cut my balls out if there's USB-C on the iPhone or something. I'm not going to delete it. Even leaks that I was wrong about, I haven't removed. And so, yeah, you could probably find a lot of tweets of me being a total asshole.
So would you say that that's some claim chowder?
Yeah, that is claim chowder.
Okay, I have to talk about this because this is tangentially related to, you see what you said in the past and you're like, hey, I was wrong about the way that I did this. John, I think the New York Times is wrong. I think those liberal shills over in New York have got another thing coming.
Go ahead.
Because they wrote this article that I found very interesting. They wrote an article that said, at Apple, rare dissent over a new product, interactive goggles. The company is expected to unveil an augmented reality headset in a few months. Some employees wonder if this device makes sense for Apple. In this entire article, by the way, Brian I think we've talked about on the show before. He was the one that said people don't care about the cameras in their phone when he was reviewing the new iPhone. So just want to shout out Brian
returning
here.
Brian Chen. I think he follows us after that. I'm not sure.
Really?
He's going to find out about it this time.
Listen, his writing is phenomenal. Like, as a journalist, he's a phenomenal writer and absolutely amazing. But, like, some of the takes, I'm just like,
you can be a great writer. You can be a great writer and have bad takes. Just write your bad takes. Greatly.
That's all I'm saying. So anyway, he, as well as Trip Mickle, who is the author of that book Apple After Steve Jobs, that was also pretty negative on the company. Not saying that it wasn't well founded or well done. Yeah, just that, like, in general, it wanted you to leave with the impression that Apple's doomed. That after Steve, Apple is only out for profit and that it's doomed. And even though he won't admit that, yes, that is the thesis of the book, which, again, I don't entirely disagree with, to be fair. Like, Apple definitely is more profit heavy than they were with Steve, and they make decisions more about product more about business rather than product. Like that, there's no question. But I found it interesting that this dynamic duo teamed up for this article. Because
are you dying? Sam, come back to us.
I'm good. Okay. I'm good. Okay, because they talked about something really interesting. They start off with this analogy that about 5 years ago, Apple held this retreat with the top executives, and they demoed this headset 5 years ago, where this guy is in a taxi cab in London, and he asks his wife, who lives in San Francisco, would you like to come see London? And through the headset, they were both able to experience the same thing that the husband was, even though they were thousands of miles away.
That's cool.
Very cool analogy. I read that, and I was like, damn, that's actually cool as hell, like, that you can experience reality through someone else's lens. Like, that's cool, all right? So then they sort of continue. They start off with this very magical analogy about what the headset's going to allow people to do. And then they're like, but Apple is, like, internally skeptical. Like, a lot of employees who want to be anonymous are like, we don't actually know if this makes sense. Yeah. And then talks about how the market's struggling and how nothing's really taken off and how Tim Cook is so big on augmented reality, but really the market, it's not established, and Apple usually comes into more established markets than this. So it's asking the question, is Apple just doing this to make money? Is Apple just doing this to make money and not actually doing it for the good of humanity like they've done for products? Which is a fair question to ask. Now, as you continue into the article, there are some really interesting things, and compares it to the success of the Quest 2, which is sold to the iPhone, which sells like crazy. It's like, well, you know, Apple's selling the super expensive headset. Is there any way this actually works? This, though, talks about how it's a little bit more niche and how manufacturing is underway for a planned reveal in June. This article mentions June 2 or 3 different times. Like, this is the New York Times. They obviously have super stringent publishing guidelines for this.
Right. So we got Gurman and the New York. Well, the New York Times, are they citing a source for June, or are they just going off of Gurman?
No. They definitely have their own. Like, Trip Mickle has sources at Apple, and I'm sure that he's heard the same thing. So it talks about how Apple's coming into markets that are more established, and this is not the case for VR and XR, which is like the combination of augmented and virtual reality. And it also mentions how, like, Johnny Ive isn't really involved with this as much. Like, the leadership is in flux, which is fair. It goes on to describe what it is, which I just want to read this paragraph, because this paragraph and the rest of the story got me more excited about this headset than I've heard, because it says, quote, the headset looks like ski goggles. It features a carbon fiber frame, which we have not heard before, that the actual frame is not aluminum. It's going to be carbon fiber, which is like one of the lightest materials on Earth. Crazy. Okay. I mean, it's also one of the most expensive materials.
I think you said that on the last episode. I feel like you did.
We heard it's going to be made with carbon fiber, but this is saying that, like, the skeleton, the chassis, we just thought it would be parts of it. Like, that's pretty insane that the core part of it is carbon fiber. It's going to have a hip pack with battery support. We've heard that. Outward cameras to capture the real world, and 2 4K displays that can render everything from applications to movies. And this is the first we've heard about a reality dial, which is going to be a digital crown that allows you to switch from complete virtual reality to augmented reality. That's genius. Nobody else has done like a thing to switch
sweet,
from.
Yeah.
That's cool. You can't do that with Meta.
Damn, that's one of those things that I wish I didn't know, if I'm being honest. I wish that would have been a surprise on stage. Yeah.
I'm sorry. The reality dial, just act like you never heard. There's no reality dial.
That's really cool, Sam. I'm not going to lie.
So that's what I'm saying. That got me so excited.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
really
it also
cool.
cites the also that can the ads stop screwing up my Zoom? Like stop giving me I just want to read your website. I literally
No,
just
but
lost my spot.
Verizon.
Oh God, I hate you, Verizon. Okay. The New York Times has previously reported on these features as well as Bloomberg and The Information, so they're corroborating those stories. They still say it's going to cost about $3,000. They do not say $4,000, which gives me some confidence as well. But it talks about some of the actual applications as well, which is kind of like akin to what we've heard. It says it's going to be
This is a
feature
huge
called-
article, dude.
Yeah. No, I have not seen enough people talking about this, which is why I want to talk about it in the pod. It says that it confirms 100%, which I'm very excited for, and I literally took a picture of my prescription so I can order them immediately, that Apple is going to sell prescription lenses for people that don't wear contacts.
Sweet.
Like, you're going to be able to go on Apple's website natively and get these custom,
That's
which
awesome.
I will be investing in. Like, I will be doing that.
Yeah.
100%. I'm going to be buying these custom lenses. It also says that Apple's working on this co-presence application, which is going to be
What
the
is
name
that?
for FaceTime. It says co-presence is a word designed to capture the experience of sharing a real or virtual space with someone in another place.
Damn.
So
I hope
instead
that's
of the
not
metaverse,
the name of the app, because that sounds too complex for regular people.
but it's not more complex than the metaverse, which is what Facebook
you're
calls
right,
it.
You're right.
I think co-presence sounds very human, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that's.
Yeah, you're right.
I like it. It talks about how the device is going to be used for artists and designers, allowing them to use the hand tracking. And it says image editing applications. I'm like, are we going to be able to use Final Cut Pro with our hands?
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Like, bro, imagine if you could like grab a video, throw it in your timeline, and like
grab a clip.
stretch it out.
That's really cool. Yeah.
That would be. I mean, nobody. I don't know if that's better or worse, but like that idea has not been explored. That's super interesting. And it says that there's even going to be custom-made video content from Jon Favreau, who directed Iron Man.
What?
Yeah, so there's going to be like custom Apple TV video content made for the headset.
Oh, damn. This article's so good.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, these guys came together and they're telling a story. I'll show you where it kind of leaves off. But basically, it says that Apple's going to be pushing this, and they're not using the term metaverse at all. We've heard that from Gurman. And it leaves off with this, which is like they're comparing it to Tesla, who started off with a $100,000 vehicle before they did the cheap Model 3, which is $35,000. That Apple's starting with this $3,000 to $4,000 headset before they go on the cheap stuff. And they compare it to like the Apple Watch. And they basically end off with a quote from an analyst saying, it's not very Apple-like, but Apple's a very different company. So like the whole article, it's a very well-done article.
I hate that phrase. It's not very Apple-like, or doesn't seem like this is something Apple would do. Yes, it does. I don't know what that means by it's not very Apple-like. Because it's a new product category, you could say that the Apple Watch wasn't very Apple-like either.
Yeah. So I disagree with that. But yeah, the whole thing is basically like even Apple themselves isn't sure about this, but like they're doing this stuff.
Yeah,
and dude, it reminds me so much of before the Apple Watch launched. Mm-hmm. When everybody's like,
and
a
the
watch.
iPhone.
Yeah, and the iPhone. It's like, bro, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to say this on the show because we're not going to reveal where we've heard it from because we don't even know what it is. But you know our mutual friend that has been teasing us with information about the headset and then refuses to tell us?
Yes. Yeah.
He has said the first time he messaged us, this is not an exclusive, but it is an exclusive. He messaged us. This person has a friend that has worked directly on the headset project. And he says the first time he heard something, he was like, whoa, that's really interesting. I wanted to, but out of the respect for this employee, I'm not. Then he texts us a couple weeks later and goes, whoa, I just met with this person again. And I'm actually mind blown at this thing that's coming.
Yeah. And the person,
and he's a pretty balanced out person.
Yeah, I was gonna say the person that says he got his mind blown that's not a turn of phrase he would just say.
This person is like a fellow engineer that looks at things very rationally in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, for him as another engineer to be like, what Apple's doing is crazy here. I hear that and I see this skepticism and I'm like, why is this, right? Like, why are these stories coming out about like even Apple doesn't know? And it's because if by the off chance this isn't a good product and it does fail. The payoff for these people is great. They're going to be like, see, I wrote about it months before and said this thing was a disaster.
Yeah, told you.
And if it doesn't pay off, nothing happens. They were just like, well, we said both in the article, so like,
yeah,
whatever. You know, I get it. They're covering their tracks. It's smart. I don't blame them for that. But I've seen this as well.
The article that you just read was more helpful than anything. Like in the last, I don't know, a year. Like,
yes,
the New York Times article was great.
Yes, and there's been another article as well that I want to talk about that came out from the Financial Times recently, and this was more critical than that one, where this actually cites similar things. Like, he's not going to just be showing off. Basically, this article, which is called, Tim Cook bets on Apple's mixed reality headset to secure his legacy. This is basically saying,
which is such bullshit, because Tim Cook has already well solidified his legacy.
Yes, he's like making
especially from a business standpoint, like. He's untouchable. He's been untouchable.
Yes, and he's super successful, and he's a super good CEO. And yeah, to say that this is going to be a huge... Now, it postulates that by saying they've worked on this forever, so like they kept postponing it, and like Apple needs that next big thing, which is fair that they do need something else, because like enthusiasm about like future products is what keeps Apple going.
Yeah.
But it talks about how like this was the article that revealed kind of what we knew already, but basically that 5 years ago in 2018, Apple had showed off. Also, am I talking too much? I feel like I'm just going on a rampage. Okay. I've just found all this very interesting. That Apple basically, they had two prototypes in the design lab.
Yeah.
One was the headset, VR headset, some AR features, but like fundamentally it's a VR headset. The other thing was AR glasses. Like they have an actual prototype of what it would look like, right? The tech is not there, but they're like, these are the two options. And the design team was like, hey, Tim, we think you should just wait for the glasses. Like, if it's up to us as designers.
Just totally bypass the headset. Like, not even put that out. Just
no
put
headset.
The glasses out. Okay, yeah.
Because the headset will have compromises. Like, at the end of the day, the ski goggles on your face, if this had all the features of that headset, that would be insane, right? Like, that would be literally nuts that the current form factor people are familiar with, right? This is like, well, just a few years ago, going against the wishes of Apple's all-powerful design team would have been unthinkable. But because Johnny Ive's gone, the design team now reports to Jeff Williams, which is more of a business guy. And then the software and hardware teams are under flux. And it's, again, saying, like, I don't know, with Apple switching things up, is it going to be successful? I don't know. It's going to be $3,000.
Yeah.
They also are saying that. Triple the price of Meta's Quest Pro, which, by the way, did you see that the Quest Pro they dropped the price of by $500?
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, remember how we bought ours for $1,500 and then returned it?
Honestly, not at $1,000. It's not worth it.
No, it's just a worse version of the Quest 2, which is $400.
Yeah.
And then they kind of show the scale at which products grow.
So you're safe to say your expectations are pretty big.
John, I really got to tell you something right now. Stamps.com sponsored this episode of the Genius Bar, right?
Yeah,
And they asked me to give a special shout-out to a member of the team who works tirelessly behind the scenes. I'm going to give that award to John Prosser.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much. I work tirelessly behind the scenes, as you can see.
Because, John, I know with Stamps.com, you realize you chose this for our business because they've been doing this for the last 25 years. They've been helping businesses like ours because it's essentially a post office in our office, John.
It's like a post office, except everyone has to go to you instead of go to the post office. There's no lines. We're talking USPS and USPS. None of that stuff. You also get a bunch of money off. So not only are you saving money, and we're talking like 84% off of UPS and UPS rates, USPS rates. You also get like the cheapest, fastest shipping options, and you don't have to leave. There's no lines. You don't have to talk to any individuals. It happens all on your computer, and Stamps takes care of it, all of it for you.
It's so great. They've been indispensable to over 1 million businesses, including ours. And guys, you can set up your business for success when you get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up with promo code GENIUS for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage. And John and I's favorite thing, the best deal from any sponsor, a free digital scale.
And long-term commitments, because I'm afraid of commitment.
Yeah, no, none of the long-term commitments or contracts. Guys, just go to stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, enter code GENIUS. Thanks to stamps.com for sponsoring this
Thank you so much, stamps.com. Okay.
It's safe to say after reading these articles and hearing about the tech and
for $3,000, I'm also expecting something substantially better than the Quest Pro or the Quest 2,
yes.
sorry.
Oh, yes, dude. So I'm basically reading all of this to say that I think people are wrong, and I don't think that this is going to be perfect, but my gut says that Apple is ready.
What I hope hasn't happened here is I just hope that the money that we're paying isn't mostly going towards materials. Like carbon fiber frame is ridiculous. Yeah. And yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. That's awesome. But if the price is going more towards the physical hardware and less so the software experience, then we're going to have a problem. The back end, the software end has to be developed even more so than the hardware, or else $3,000 is just it's a lot to ask. No matter how well it's built, I also have to. I mean, Sam and I are pretty well versed in the Quest products, and so it has to do what that can't at a higher resolution, at faster speeds. And also, just an area that doesn't take a lot of effort from Apple but could easily make the experience miles ahead. Make everything seamless. I don't want to know that something has an update. I don't want to be stopped from opening up an app or a game with Sam because something has an update or social has an update. And there's so many with the Meta Quest 2, there's so many bottlenecks that during a regular night of just trying to hang out with a bud or do anything in VR, there's so many different areas where it could go wrong. Yeah. And just simple stuff that it won't work for the next hour or two. And if it could be seamless, be well built, but also give us an experience that you can't get anywhere else, especially from Meta, then I'm in a weird spot to where they have to do everything to impress me, and then also when I remember the Quest, I'm just do a little bit better than that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're it's not that good. The software, Meta's software, is actually so bad. It's
actual ass. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm saying this to say, if you're tired of us talking about the VR headset,
too bad.
I'm not sorry because. Yeah, we're just getting started. This thing is super interesting, and I also have a theory.
What's your theory, Sam?
I think Apple is putting out these feelers from big publications to introduce people to the idea of this, to do a soft launch.
So you think this is this is legit? They're just leaking stuff themselves?
Or I think they might be just quietly hey, this engineer doesn't work on the project. You could talk to them, if they're asking for resources or ideas, because
our comment section is going to be filled so that everyone that makes fun of us for talking about the headset so much and being so excited, when it comes out, and you and I haven't, we do the first episode of this podcast in co-presence, if that's what they're calling it.
Oh shit, we're saying
all the comments are going to be oh, I get it.
I hope. If you're skeptical, that's good, right? Skepticism is good. It makes you question things, and I feel like it makes things better. But I see. What I don't see is how Apple actually announces this. How do you be we make the iPhone, the Apple Watch, and the Mac, and then be VR headset, gaming, FaceTime, movies on your head? Which is why, I'm just saying, if I was Apple, I would invite I would go Samsung for this event. I would invite every content creator with 10 subscribers or more to come to the event and send it to them. I'm serious.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because a lot of people that they want to make content about this, they're not going to spend $3,000 for it.
Yeah. Some people literally won't be able to afford it. I think, this is just my guess, that I think there's going to be more creators than we've ever seen get Apple products for the first time. And I think they're really going to push
$3,000 is a lot. To only have 500,000 units and just to be giving out free $3,000 products, that's a lot. But I could see it.
I mean, dude, how are they going to get people to buy this if they don't see their favorite creators using it? Like, who?
Do you think it's going to have a cellular connection?
Much? Nah, no way.
No,
because they don't want people wearing it like they don't want people wearing it out.
True.
I feel like that's a safety thing.
True. But like traveling or
on the airplane, bro, am I gonna wear this on an airplane?
Dude, could you imagine? You know how like you go on an airplane now and everyone's wearing AirPods? Like imagine just sitting there and everyone's just gone. They're in the metaverse.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one of those things where I genuinely can't see that far. And it's like in a year or two, are people going to be riding on these planes with headsets on? You say no right now because like the stuff that's out there right now, well, it's not good enough to wear on an airplane ever. But our hope is that Apple's figured this out. We don't. If listen, if they're only making 500,000 of them, it's perfect if you want to steal them. Because some people stole $500,000.
Look at that transition. Yeah, that was really good.
They stole 500,000 units from Apple. Of what? What did they steal?
Product. $500,000 of stuff.
Was it just multiple things or all one thing?
It was like over like it was an insane. I'm trying to find the article. Hold on. 9 to 5 Mac, 500K stolen. I'm trying to find this. Yeah, here we go. So burglars, they cut a hole. This is just a whimsical story. They cut a store in Washington State in the U.S. They cut a hole in the wall of a neighboring coffee shop, which like kind of genius, I guess.
A little bit, yeah. I mean,
like,
we don't want to give the bad guys
off.
credit, but
like there's no wall alarm.
True. No hole alarm.
And they stole $500,000 worth of devices.
Oh, so they didn't steal 500,000 things. They stole 500,000 doll hairs worth.
It was a 24 by 18-inch hole, which, by the way, is kind of small. Like, were these children that did this?
Maybe.
Because, like, that's a small hole.
I know a good hole when I see one.
And
it wasn't you.
mean, yeah, like, I wouldn't fit. Like, I'm clearly not a suspect. You'd be on the edge, though, because you're like 5'3".
Nah, dog.
So you'd be pretty close. It was just fascinating. I got to find the exact number of iPhones because I was like, bro, what? How does this even happen? They stole 436 iPhones.
Jesus. Holy hell, dude. All they're just smuggling them through the wall.
Yeah, I'm also like, apparently there's a video. And I'm like, I gotta see this video.
A video of what? Like them cutting themselves in there?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, maybe we can learn something.
Yeah, I was like, is this a strategy? Should I go to like the neighboring store in my Apple Mall and just be like, oh, I'm just gonna grab a coffee from the bathroom?
Yeah. Not that we would never. Somebody, if somebody that did it looked like us, it's definitely not us. It's just wow, what a coincidence.
Dude, I just realized I should have gone to this Apple store and like.
Oh yeah, you should have put a mic in front of their face. So what do you think? What do you think about the hole in your wall?
Hold on.
Oh yes.
Is this new? I feel like this is just going to be an ad.
Hang on, it's an ad. Please hold. Please hold.
Basketball.
Please hold. Please hold. Please hold. Okay, here we go.
Okay,
and
here we
3,
go.
2, 1. Here we go.
Oh shit! Wait, this is the coffee shop.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Look at the map, bro. You could just go right in. Wait,
yeah.
That's kind. They didn't want to go through Chico's. They're like coffee.
Yeah. Nobody will suspect a thing. Oh, I don't know.
Wait, what?
I was going to say maybe they like only sawed when they were running like a coffee grinder, like a bean grinder to cover up the sound. Every time they start grinding coffee, they start cutting through the wall as fast as they can. What do they cut through the wall with?
I don't know. Wow. Nobody knew for 12 hours.
That is a pretty officer. I wish I was the one that did the stealing and I got arrested.
36 iPhones in total were taken out of the back. In total, about $500,000 worth of merchandise was stolen, and that's anything from iPhones, iPads, Apple Watches.
Brookfield Properties, the company
Yikes.
that runs the mall, tells us this was an isolated incident and claims to have a robust security program. Linwood police responded and say it appeared to be a well-organized operation based on what they've seen from surveillance video that Como has requested.
From what we know with the masks that the folks were wearing, that there were no fingerprints left behind.
Moving forward, Seattle Coffee
Oh,
Gear
wow.
replaced their locks and say this is the first time they've dealt with a break-in like this. An estimated $1,800 in damages.
That's why.
Today, officials denied our request for that surveillance footage for
Come
now
on.
because of the ongoing investigation.
No, releasing the video is not. Dude, I hate when police departments say this. Release the footage unless you're hiding something.
Also, that's why they went through the coffee shop. The coffee shop was probably closed at 7 p.m. So
Yeah. And so was the Apple Store.
got him. Sneaky,
That's
sneaky.
just like release the video. What is us seeing the video going to have to do with the investigation?
For the same reason
Literally
we just
explain
asked
away.
to see the video. We wanted to see how they cut. We are the prime example of why they're not releasing that video. In the last few minutes, we have said, "Wonder how they did that." We should do that. If they show us the video, we have.
We're not.
we have the
I'm not going to
answer.
do it. You would
Me either.
fit.
Me either.
Oh my
We would
God.
just cut a bigger hole for you to accommodate.
It's
The
gonna be
hole
like
would
a
be
small
so tall,
hole
it'd
and a
be
big
so
hole.
clear. Like the audience would know. Like if the footage got out and the hole was like just really tall and narrow, they'd be like, "Oh, it's Sam."
I mean, listen, these thieves are pretty clever to have no fingerprints and they had masks on.
Do you think they're watching the show right now? Think they're geniuses?
If you're like the dude who did this, like hit me up because like I'd love to interview you.
What if,
Can
like-
you interview a criminal?
What if crime scene photos get released and it's like they left a genius clock there?
What if they framed us?
What if they did?
What if there was like a small refrigerator-sized hole and like a tall, long
Okay,
board-sized
on that
hole?
note, I'm not a refrigerator.
You're a mini fridge. I'm sorry. I'm
I love-
sorry.
yeah, put some respect on my name.
Basically, that's it. This show is just going to be us going, wow, the headset's going to be really exciting for about the next 2 months. So get
Yep.
excited for that. I think it's going to be great.
I'm really excited. I'm more excited now than I ever was, which is interesting because I was losing excitement, and I learned I wasn't losing excitement because it's going to be bad. I was just losing excitement because we haven't heard anything new in a while, and now we did. Now my excitement's back up.
And, dude, is this thing going to leak out? Like, we haven't seen an image of this since 2019.
I think it's pretty. I think right now it's probably locked down.
Can somebody send me
more
an
than ever.
image? I won't share
Well,
it.
if it's not
I just want to
shipping,
see it.
which we're hearing like it's not going to be shipping at DubDub, then no, we're not going to see it.
Come on, guys.
Unless
just
we
Just a
are.
little leaky.
Hey,
just
did
a little leaky peaky.
Did you know that tags mean nothing?
Actually, I have sources at YouTube, and they tell me different.
I know people directly, so I don't think you should be talking.
Really?
Yeah, I'll send my people after you. They'll come get you.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I can't take any people coming after me.
Yep. Okay, Sam. Are we doing another episode this week for reasons?
I don't know. Last time we did that, the next episode tanked because it was too close together.
Yeah. We'll see.
We're just gonna do it.
You
We'll
might
just
get
do it in like
surprised.
Friday.
You might get surprised. You might not. We'll see.
Okay. We love you guys.
Okay, next
Thank you
time.
for listening.
Next time we have a podcast announcement for real.
Yeah, we do. John, you're gonna be back home in Arkansas.
Yep. I mean, I will leave our fancy schmancy studio. Yes.
Yes. You will leave Washington State with all the 436 iPhones.
Yep.
Also, I do feel bad for Apple. Like, that's a lot of money. Like 500. Could you imagine losing $500,000
Yeah,
in a
I'm
day?
sure they're hurting.
Yeah, but like they still do have to come up with that cost.
I'm sure they were like,
that's a
"Oh
lot."
shit, what are we gonna do about lunch now?"
That's really sad. I'm sorry, Apple. I feel like I wasn't as empathetic towards Apple as I should have been.
We're sorry, Apple. Is what the thief would say. Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I hope you get your $500,000 back. Why do they steal it though? Because like Apple's just gonna brick the devices. Like they know
To
the
sell
exact
it?
serial numbers of everyone.
To sell it to stupid people who won't know better.
I guess, but like you're not gonna make $500K.
You
You're
never
probably not
know.
gonna make $100K.
I mean, they didn't.
I don't know.
They didn't pay for it, so even making $1 is profit to them. So
Well, they did have to pay for the saw.
true, and their masks. So I mean, I don't know their overhead here, but
Yeah,
I
neither
think
do
they
I.
did pretty well as a business if that's their business model.
Okay, fair enough. Also, you look scary because your eye has the reflection of the green screen.
Yeah, dude, it's the worst.
It's just scary.
Come on, Jeff, let's go.
Come on, Jeff.
Why did we hire you if you can't get the visual
Jeff.
effects? Come on.
I think this is the longest post show we've ever had.
It's just a green screen. Is this a post show? Does it have a name?
Should we pay? Guys, welcome to the post show.
Welcome to the post show. $5 a month. Get you this.
Yeah. What if we paywall just these 3 minutes?
What if we paywall an adventure
That'd be fun.
for $29? I don't know why that number came up in my head specifically, but like 29 and 39 and 69 maybe.
Whoa, 69 for what?
69 just for fun.
Better be the adventure of a lifetime.
It will be the adventure of a lifetime.
Guys, thank you for listening.
Thanks for
We'll talk to
listening.
you
Thanks
next
for
week.
watching. We'll talk to you
Bye-bye.
next week. Okay. Bye. We did it.
Oh my god.
That was
We
I
did.
don't know why, but that was a chill show. Like that was a good